back, fishing friends, to another adventure up here on the big lake today. As usual, going to be pitching some stuff around. First thing out of the gate is going to be the Shallow Way from Bomber. Oops. There we go. The Shallow Way from Bomber. Just going to pitch it around. And this little flats here where the water flooded up in. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. You can see a turtle working over there. Actually, that's a carp. It's in there shallow. Sheesh. We still have this interesting north wind, northeast wind. I hear them over there popping. So the Shallow Way is a wake bait, and so what I like to do is I like to just drag it across the top in short bursts. But you can also crank it. It'll get down just a little bit. But it's a fun bait to use. You can kind of see it stick out there. So normally you can walk all the way to that point, but it's all underwater now. There we go. Right there, guys. Boy, he just came up and just clocked it. That's it right there. In the shallows on that Shallow Way. There we go. Right there, guys. Boy, he just came up and just clocked it. Alright guys, there he is, right there. Let's get him back in. Boom! So I got this on the black bass rod, 12 and 12. And he hit pretty shallow, just right there. There you can see the action. It's a great little wake bait. It's fun to fish. Just nice and easy with some pauses. See, it almost looks like a little dying shad on the surface. And there are some shad popping. What is up with my sunglasses? There we go. So that's a plan for today. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Like I was saying before, I appreciate all the support. The other thing is there's big gar in here. I've caught gar in here running a flat side. So this, you don't need to crank it really hard. Just nice and easy. Kill it. And then nice and easy. There was like a bluegill following it. Anyway, you get the idea. Man, it's a beautiful morning. So I got a bunch of different colors in the shallow way. One thing with the shallow way is it doesn't come with that feather. That's me putting it on there. God, look at that thing. So I put a little bit of flash in there, and it's that craft hair. It works out pretty well. I got like 4 or 5 others, different colors. I'm always looking for them on eBay because people just get rid of them. They don't. For whatever reason, they don't. Ah, I had another follower. People don't really seem to like to fish them. It's similar to the long A, but you know, short, fat, compact. Gives it more of that shad look. Sometimes I'll just drag it, and stop it, drag it and stop it. Because if you do the drag and stop, man, it does put off a bunch of racket. So if you never tried the shallow A, give it a shot. You can slow crank it, you can drag it, you can even just crank it, it won't get down very far. Ooh, there's still that spot right there where something keeps working. Right there. Yeah, and there's big of everything in here. I've got some big gar, big bass. I hate fishing the fishing dock over there, but I've got some big bass pitching around it, coming in behind all the crappie fishermen. The other thing with this, guys, sometimes I do burn it. I've got bites that way. They just think it's fling and then pow. And there's different colors of them, you know, that Bomber has. I want to get a couple, find some of these cheapo ones that people are trying to get rid of. I'm going to do some in black because of that contrast. I know shad is a flailing shad, but man. Ooh, right there. See, some of those are big shad coming up on the surface and just whacking bugs. And that little zooplankton junk. And crappie. And white bass. Ooh, see right in front of me, something just exploded right there. That's the cool thing if you ever get around flats. Like a BT C50 or Demiki 100. You can rip that across the flats and man, ooh, there's that big carp over there. I already tried to catch him. I threw this over him, nothing. They're in there eating all the grass and junk from when it flooded. Here pretty soon the white bass will start moving in shallow and you can just whack a ton of them. Probably by the end of this month and into October. I want to say mostly October, November. But with these cool fronts, they may have already started to move in. And all this rain, man, we had a ton of rain. Last couple times I've been out, I've been having to wait it out. Alright guys, here's the next one. It's a little, I guess you could say a little speed trap type lure. Little shad looking thing, which I custom painted. And I've caught a ton of fish on these. So we're gonna work it through here. I just crank, kill it. Or if I feel it hit down there, I just kill it. So I get these as blanks and then I put on some Fusion 19 hooks. And it looks good in the water. Man, that's a cool bait. I have a ton of fun throwing this. I got a whole bunch of them that I painted different colors. So I've got them in pearl, like teal color, purple, and then a whole bunch of these like white. So in this stretch here, I've caught big gar, bass, white bass, all kinds of good stuff in here. There we go, guys, right there. In close. Man, he just hammered that. That's a good one right there. Oh man, he just clocked it. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get the tweezers for this. Alright guys, there he is. Check that out. And that's not a bad fish right there. He just came up there and just smoked that thing. Alright, let's get him back in there. Ooh. That's it right there. Right in close. I mean, it weren't just a couple of feet out there. Just cranking, stop, cranking, stop. Cranking, stop, cranking, stop. Cranking, stop, cranking, stop. The cool thing about this bait, man, is it is so castable. It's got good action, it's got a tight wobble, it's durable, and it looks like a shad or any other kind of little bait fish. So I did some kind of a teal color to look like bluegill. Oh, there we go. Oh, dang it, and he let go. Oh my gosh. I had him, guys. That's gonna go to the fail video that I'm gonna make at some point. Dang it. I should have just popped it. But usually what I do is just reel into him. Dang it. I should have just gave him the old heat, just cracked him, pow, give him the beans. Oh man. Maybe he's moving along the shoreline there. That way. And he'll come across and pow. Look at that thing. That's a bomber fat A. And kind of like a bass pattern. If you've never thrown a fat A, you guys got to do it. It is such a cool bait. It's really buoyant, so it'll bang off of stuff and come up to the surface. You can beat the heck out of it, and it just keeps on going. I can feel it banging down there, so I kill it, let it come up. Look at all the little minnows. I mean, look at this thing. And in this color, they have a ton of great colors, but this one in particular, so this kind of swings out, curves, and goes. So that's where I caught those bass and missed that one. It's like a little mini point. It'd be fun to catch a gar. I used to hate to catch gar, but now I don't mind so much. So this thing looks like a bluegill. It could also look like a crappie, a little bass. Alright guys, I don't really watch Randy Blockett too much, but I do follow his channel. I kind of prefer channels that you're out on the water fishing. But once in a while, I do tune into his stuff. And he had a deal like, what are your favorite channels, YouTube channels for fishing? Just fishing. Mine are going to be North Dakota Yak Angler, Weckerly Outdoors. That's a great channel. Drag 'em Out Fishing. Sassafras Outdoors. Alright guys, so I've been throwing this free rig. I don't throw it too much. I've been working on it. Got one of these cream minnows on there, but I just got my little weight that moves up and down. And I just bomb it out there and let it do the work. Those guys are fishing the bushes over there. That's a good spot. A few weeks ago, I saw a guy wading over there and was catching some crappie out of there. It's a little too sketchy for me to get in there with just regular wading, my little muck boots. Part of it is because, see this mud? I mean, you sink in there and it's like suction around your feet. Not in every spot, but on a lot of them. Oh my gosh, the flash on this thing is just epic. This thing's gotta get crushed. Some big catfish in here too. I've caught some catfish. I'm about to switch to my crappie thunder rod and start throwing some stuff for maybe to catch some white bass. Alright guys, here's another one of my custom painted little baits right here. It looks like a little speed trap. So you saw me throw the white one. I caught one on the white one. Check out this one, this color in here. Dark purple. I'm sure the bass see that what is like black maybe. Ooh. There's a big blow up out there. Carp. Could be a gar. We'll zip this guy around a little bit. I was gonna switch to some beetle spin type stuff, but I saw this and I was like, let me run this color through here. Like I was saying, this, it comes in like this and it goes out. It curves out and then it comes back in. So you can kind of see here how it bows out. Well, it keeps going. And it's like a little natural bow there that you can fish. Like a mini point. One thing about lures is you don't know if they're going to work if you don't throw them. You get 100% no catch rate if you don't throw and test. I know it sounds dumb, but I got a lot of buddies that I even do it. Get a new lure and I'm like, man, this thing doesn't work. I'm not catching anything. But you got to put the time in on it. That's the biggest tip I give people if they get new baits. You got to give it time, work with it. So that's what I did with these little dudes. I just fished them and fished them and fished them. Got my confidence up after I whacked a bunch of fish, and I was like, all right, these are good. Little shad freaking out behind me. Gosh, these little baits cast a country mile. Yep, it looks good in the water. They're not here yet, the white bass. They'll come in to feed up for winter like 2 weeks away, I think. Maybe more. I think it was in my notes, I think I have it as October. They were just everywhere, every single cast. I was cracking them. Had that video of like 100 fish day or something. Man. I was throwing a little Bill Lewis gnat. I kept calling it the G-gnat. The gnat, and I hope, ooh, I just had a flash go right by this thing. There's a bunch of little minnows there too. We're getting close. Yeah, I love these rods. Crappie Thunder. This thing is just epic. Look at how the tail on that wiggles. It's my buddy Dan Miguel over at Great Lakes Finesse makes those. I've caught a lot of fish on that on the drop shot. And just like a Ned rig bouncing it along. Excuse me. One more cast and I gotta head out. One more cast. Right up the seam, it goes out like that. Crank, 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 kill it. Crank, 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 kill it. One more cast. Gosh, that looks epic. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me for this video. The shallow wave for Bomber was just epic. And my little custom painted little square bill, little speed trap type lure. That was a great flush. Like I was saying before, if you never tried these little jig spinners, aka beetle spins, go for it. You've seen me throw all kinds of different baits on them, from Arky shiny heinies, tiny heinies, to this GLF stuff, to my little hair jigs, to Kaylin's little grubs, and a whole ton of Charlie Brewer stuff. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Well, I did what, 4 extra casts? I always do that. Oh man, look at that thing. Jeez Louise. Pretty cool stuff, isn't it? Soon the leaves will be turning. One of my favorite places to fish. Now get out there and get your lures wet.